Welcome to my first live stream. Today I'm gonna be cooking up the Thanksgiving meal, and I already did some prep as far as my baking dishes and my serving dishes, and some of the ingredients like my canned chicken stock, and I'm gonna be using canned pumpkin and milk. And I'm also going to use my canned hot jam. I do have a sort of a list, and I did heat my oven to 350. That's going to be on pretty much for the whole duration. Most of the things I'm going to be doing in the oven. There will be some cooktop, and there's going to be chopping and mixing. So yes, the whole thing. So if you have any comments, just leave them in the chat. Any questions? So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm not going to tell you what we're going to cook. I'm not going to tell you the menu yet, so you're going to have to stay tuned for that. But the first thing I'm going to do is bake some bacon in the oven. That's going to be for the green beans. I'll probably use 6 slices of bacon. But since I am roasting bacon, I'm going to actually do more than just 6 slices, because why waste energy, right? So whatever I can fit on the baking sheet, I'm going to roast. Are you cooking anything today? Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Get yourself a beverage, cold or warm. I have my lemon tea and some water. My goal is to get everything done in 2 hours. And I'm starting early just so other people can join, because everybody has their own cooking to do probably. But Thanksgiving dinner is whatever time I'm done with it. We usually don't have breakfast, and today we're not going to have lunch, so we're just going to have an early dinner. So I can fit probably 10 slices. Okay, so that's one thing cooking. And I'm gonna have to check on that in about 15 minutes. The next thing I can start with, it's gonna be the pumpkin roll. So that's gonna be for dessert, but that can be baked ahead because it needs to cool off anyway. So I kind of did my pre-production setup here. But you've seen me making this a couple of times in my videos, so go ahead and check this link for previous videos. So I'm backwards on what I actually record. This way. Okay, right here. So I am going to make the pumpkin roll batter. So now we'll start out with 3 eggs. I still need my recipe card. I never memorized them, so we'll put that up here. 3 eggs. Two tablespoons of vanilla. One cup sugar. And I'm just gonna whip this up a little bit. And of course I need the pumpkin. And I'm only going to use half of this can. Put this in the fridge for pumpkin soup in a couple of days. Mix this up again. I'm just going to dump the dry ingredients in here. I'm not sure if anybody's on. Okay, we'll need 3/4 cups of flour. A 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder. a tablespoon of, or a teaspoon of cinnamon. However much cinnamon you like. Yeah, it's a teaspoon. Nutmeg. I do like my freshly grounded nutmeg into this. Just gonna eyeball it. I do like it. Oh, it smells like Christmas. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. A half a teaspoon of baking soda. And a little pinch of salt. Quarter teaspoon. That's it. So I'm gonna just mix up the dry ingredients on the top. That will save me another bowl. Mix it nicely. And then I can do a final mix. I will leave this later. To wash it off. And I'll do a final mix by hand, just to make sure there are no dry spots here. So good. That's what it looks like. Very, very liquidy, right? So I have a prepared pan here with parchment, and just dump it in there. This is the easiest thing to make, I think. And I'm going to use this bowl again, so we'll wash it. And just spread this out evenly as much as possible. And I can smell the bacon, we better check on that. Cooking. And you're gonna think, yeah, it's gonna bake with bacon. It's gonna taste like bacon. I wish. It's not gonna taste like bacon. Okay, so the main thing with this is just to bring it out to the edges and into the corners. Now this will have to bake between 13 and 15 minutes, so I'm gonna check on it because every time is a different timing. It's just all depends on how thick or thin I made it. So we'll check on in 13 minutes. a couple of things cooking already, right? We have the pumpkin roll in the oven. I have the bacon in the oven. Some things I can put away because it's not going to be used again. Give myself some space. I will need the vanilla later. So I'll set this aside for now until we have to make the filling, frosting. Oh, that's good. I also went outside this morning and harvested some celeriac greens that I'm going to use for the stuffing. And I have some parsley, not much. I do have some fresh oregano, that's going to be for decoration mainly. And I do have some chives as well. So they're just sitting in this after I washed them to dry off a little. And I did peel some garlic cloves. I peeled a whole garlic head. Okay, what's next? Let's look at our list. The next thing I want to do is, I was debated on making rolls, but I will make rolls because if I don't, I'm in trouble then. So that's going to be next. But I have to watch my time and get ready for the pumpkin roll to come out, because that will occur like real fast. So I have to have a tea towel down, and I'm going to put powdered sugar on it. Today I'm going to be using a lot of butter. So for the roll dough, I'm going to need, again looking at my recipe, I'm going to need how much? 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to melt this, not in this one, I'm going to melt it in a measuring cup. And let's see, I will need flour. 2¼ cups of flour. I'm going to put a pinch of salt to my flour. Okay. So the butter is melted. That gave me 1/4 cup of butter, which is hot right now. I need milk. Let's see, I think it's 1/2 cup of milk. 1/2 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of water. Before I do that, I'm going to put some honey. So that can melt nicely. Just a tablespoon of honey. Yeah. That's good. So 1/2 cup of milk. Or about 1/4 cup still. Okay. Get up the 3/4. And I need 1/2 cup of water, which I'm just going to measure roughly. Yeah, it's 1/2 cup. We'll mix this up so it's not too hot, but it's still warm, right? And we'll put the yeast in this, if I can just open it. Let's mix that up. To dissolve. Oh no, what was on my knife? Alright, clean up as we go. I don't think I need this anymore. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my good old technique. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? Is anybody on? I can't tell. Oh, it's too late. is on. All right. This will be a video for later. All right, I'm back. All right. Do this for the next minute and a half before I have to take out my pumpkin roll. This is real-time cooking. My left hand is really weak, as you can tell. But that's why I need to use it, right? I'll check on the pumpkin roll. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna take that out. But here's my roll, ready to be risen. And all this is gonna take is just getting covered. I'm just gonna have it sit here for the next half an hour or so. Okay, let's get the pumpkin roll out. So how do you know when it's done? When it looks all dry on the top. So there are no liquidy parts at all. So this took 13 minutes, right? If your dough is more wet, you might want to do another couple of minutes, right? So the way I do it is very simple. I grab the paper, without dropping it, and then I'll turn it out here. Lay it down, and then I just peel off the paper. First just the sides, to loosen up the sides. And you might want to wait a little bit, it might be too hot to handle. I'm just pulling it away from the edges first, and then this might be a little bit too wet, maybe. We'll see. Start from the corner. I probably could have done it one more minute, but I'm not putting it back right, so. That's what happens in a live stream, right? Good or bad, you can see it. And it might help if you wait a little bit, but I just want to get this done so I can attend to the bacon. I think that might be turning. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. As I said, you could have baked about a minute more. I'm gonna dust this side. Okay, and then I like to roll it lengthwise. Actually, we're gonna start here today, and then I'll just put aside this to cool. And for now, we're gonna forget about that one. Okay, let's clean up a little. It's getting a little bit too crowded for me. Let's see about the bacon. I think it's still good on the lower rack. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm gonna give it 4 more minutes. Alright, let's look. So the next thing I'm gonna work on is gonna be the stuffing, which I'm not gonna use to stuff anything. It's gonna be more like dressing baked in a baking dish. There will be 2 components to this, the bread itself and the savory components that I have to pre-cook on the stove top. That's what I'm going to do next. That's why just because I need to cut some onions. I do have some onions that I got out of the freezer that I have saved from other cooking. But for this guy, I'm going to want to do a whole bunch. So I'm going to put another parchment paper here because I'm going to pre-roast my bread. I have some sourdough that I want to use up, and I have some homemade bread that obviously want to be used for this particular one because it's old. So I'm going to cut these into big cubes. Okay, that's perfect. Some of them are too big, maybe. these up, I'm gonna take some olive oil and sprinkle a little bit. Toast it up. I want these to be pre-toasted nicely. Okay, I guess the bacon might need to come out, but this should go in regardless. Oh, definitely the bacon is ready. I need 2 hands for this because of the hot grease. Let's go to the love this. Oh yeah, it's almost too long. So I'm gonna toast the bread for, I don't know, 15 minutes. Later. While the bread is toasting, I will make the savory component for the stuffing. Okay, let's get the bacon out. These. I'm gonna have to guard these because people wanna come and eat the bacon just by itself. Where do I put it? It's getting crowded here. And I actually like to save the bacon grease, so what I'm gonna do is get the paper out. Because I know from experience when you have the paper on it, it's impossible to pour. So let's make the potato drip. And we'll put it in one of these guys. Okay, let's see. Hot, 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 right? Careful. And this will have to be washed. Okay. So we got 13 minutes to get this sauteed. Basically, it's gonna be chopped onions. And of course, we're gonna need more butter. A lot of butter. A half a stick. So I have about 2 tablespoons here. Put this burner on. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 2 more tablespoons of butter. I want to make sure I remember to get the herbs out. That doesn't grow in my garden, which is gonna be rosemary and sage. Now I already have some onions left over from, hi guys, thanks for joining. say hi in the chat so I know who they are, because I'm new at this and I have no idea how to tell who's on. So I have some frozen onions that I'm going to use up, but this needs a lot of onions, so I'm going to be chopping more onions real quick. How much onion do I need? I think the more is the better, right? And I'm going to need some onions later for other things, so might as well chop these all up. So I don't know if you saw me putting a half a stick of butter, 4 tablespoons, in this pan. Let's see, maybe another half of this guy, just for this. And then we'll need onions for later. I'm gonna put all this in here, right? Ooh. As you know, I like onions. I'm gonna finish cooking this so I don't have to do it later. Okay. A little bit of salt. Anybody has any questions? I don't see anything in the chat. Welcome everybody. So if you missed it, the beginning, I already made the pumpkin roll sponge that's just cooling in the dining room. I also have made up my dough for the rolls a few minutes ago. I also have roasted some bacon that I just took out. This will be for the green beans, and I'm just hiding it right now. And pretty much that's all I've done so far, right? And I have the bread toasting in here. Ooh, that sounds good. Actually, I might need to toss the bread a little bit so it will evenly toast. Okay. So now I'm gonna need to chop up some herbs for the stuffing. I don't have celery, so I'm using celeriac greens that I just got out of the garden this morning. I probably could do the stems too, but I don't know. I don't like celery. I guess I could. Let's do that. Chop up the whole thing. I did wash it, but I may have some leaves in here. Okay, let's see how much we're going to get out of this much. Try to clean this as I go. There's some dead leaves. I'm going to chop this up real fine though. Just like any other herbs. Speaking of herbs, I also have some parsley. Might as well put that in there. I'm going to leave some for decoration. Parsley, I probably don't want the stems. The onions smell good. I'm on medium heat right now with the onions. Oops. We'll clean up later. You put eggs in your stuffing. I'm not gonna. That's a lot of herbs. big stems in here, 4 big leaves. Okay, I think it's done. And onion is ready. Starting to brown, which we don't want really. But, ooh, the smell. Really nice. Okay, I'm gonna also put some rosemary. This was my homegrown rosemary a few years back, so put that in there to make it so Thanksgiving-y. And sage and ground black pepper. I already grounded up some this morning to save some time. And let's look at the bread. You don't want to overdo it, right? Oops. I think I can do a couple more minutes. And then here we need the chicken broth. Home canned chicken broth. I'm gonna move this bread. Go. Okay, chicken broth. I need about 3 cups. Bring this back. Maybe more. Whatever I can put in here, I guess. I'm gonna taste it to make sure it's still salty enough. What else we need to put in here? You'll need butter to top it off and a baking dish. I'm going to use this big one because I want it in a thin layer and that way it's more crispy at the end. Plus I want to make sure it all fits. Do I need to butter this? Can't hurt. Take it out at least. Again, I don't want to overdo it. We'll burn any of the edges, so that's what you need. A little toasty. Nice. So I need a big bowl. Good thing I washed my big bowl. And we'll dump the bread in there. I'm still going to cook this a little bit because, as I said earlier, I want the herbs to be soft before they go in here because I included some stems. Oh, I know what I didn't put in. Some garlic. Everything needs garlic, right? I'm gonna, let's see, it's too close, oops, doesn't fit, they're so big. One more, one more. But let's see how salty it is. It's nice, but I think it needs to be over salted because the bread is not that salty. So I'm gonna put another pinch of salt. It's very tasty though. Woo-hoo. Did I mention I haven't ate yet? Use my tea, keep me going. I'm just trying to figure out what are the options here. Someone just left. Okay. Some people think this might be boring, but this is real life, right? Real life, this is what probably half of the country doing today. It's a tradition. You cook more than you ever cooked before. Let me see the greens. Yeah, let's not cook for 2 minutes. And the next thing I need to work on is peeling my potatoes. Probably I can work on that or do the cranberry sauce next. That's what we're going to do next. Because once the cranberry sauce is cooked, it can just sit around. It's not going to need reheating or anything like that. So let's start on that real quick on the back burner. We can go over here for now. So I have fresh cranberries. How much weight is this? 12 ounces. I already washed it. It comes in a very convenient pouch that allows you to wash it. All right. I'm gonna put a little pinch of salt. I'm gonna put in a cup of sugar. You kind of make it like a jam because that's what it is. Cranberry jam. Oops. And I have an orange here, so I'm going to put some orange zest in here. I need a different thing here. going to keep this orange for another dish later. Another spoon. Down to medium. I might put a little bit of butter in this, just so it can get going. I probably could have put a little bit of lemon juice or orange juice in this as well. But I think I'm going to keep it simple today. Let's taste the greens, see if they're soft enough. Yep, this is ready. So I'm going to pour this over my toasted bread cubes. And if I think it's not enough, I do have some more chicken broth to add. You want to make it moist but not soggy. Let's toss this. There's definitely liquid on the bottom, so I think it has enough liquid, but I'm going to keep going. Tossing it without breaking it. Nice and hot. Toss it again before I put it in the dish, the baking dish. Okay, so we are in about an hour into the cooking, and whoever is on, hi. It's only one person on. It's so funny. That's okay. Thanks for joining. If you want to leave me a comment, please do so I know who you are. I opened it up for everybody, so it's hard to tell. Okay, so the next thing I want to prepare is going to be the main event. So I'm not making a turkey today. I don't know if I said that earlier, but there will be two meat dishes. One is going to be duck. Only because for special occasions, I guess, turkey is great if you have a lot of people to feed, but we're not going to have as many. So here's my duck. It's not cheap either. It's compatible with probably a steak, but it's 5 pounds. And I took it out of the freezer on Tuesday. And it's supposed to come with an orange sauce packet. I'm going to have to look at what's in there. What's in the sauce? Water, brown sugar, orange juice, concentrate sugar, tomato paste, vinegar, garlic powder. I don't like the natural flavor part of it, but lemon juice and xanthan gum. So it's not too bad actually. So yeah, let's open this puppy. I want to do the bread first. Let's see how long I need to soak this. It's pretty soaky, so I think I'm going to put this in the oven so it doesn't get to be a mush, right? Let's do that. Here's my buttered pan. Full buttered duck. Sorry. I'm going to need this over here. So I'm going to dump my stuffing, my bread mixture. Ooh, that's a nice amount. Ooh, it's hot. Alright. As I said, I like to have it in a thinner layer, then it's less like a casserole, right? And then this guy. And I'm gonna put some more butter on it. So yes, we're gonna have some nice buttery spots on this. And remember, it already has a half a stick of butter in here, so yeah. Yum, yum. So I probably added another tablespoon and a half, maybe? I don't know. That's okay. But this is what it looks like. Nice, huh? Okay, you're the only one on. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the lower because on the upper I'm gonna do the dark one. Alright, so for the duck, I'm gonna use this deeper pan because it's gonna have a lot of grease coming out of it. It's very fatty. So, come on over, it's your turn. Trying to make space here, running out of space. Let's open the mystery packet. Ooh, doesn't have any into the packet. I guess it's inside the cavity. So, yep. So we'll save that for later. I kind of like to wash this because who knows. In the meantime, let's get rid of this mess. Let's get some paper towel. I'm gonna keep this part. We're not gonna eat that obviously, but it's good for the fat. Because I'm gonna pull the fat. I'm gonna cut off the necky. Doesn't need to be on it. There we go. Again, roast this separately in the same pan. And I'm gonna stuff it. Let's just make sure it's not too wet in here. I'm gonna work on this pan. So we need to put salt on it, obviously. Outside and inside. Also, we're gonna put some holiday sage. I'm not gonna put rosemary. I'm gonna put pepper. Turn it around. Pepper. And sage. So what you're supposed to do, so it's not gonna get soggy and too greasy, because the duck is a little greasy. You're supposed to score the skin. Just the skin, don't cut into, but you see, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of fatty under the skin. So this will let the fat out. And allow us to crisp the skin. So it's going to be in a diamond shape. And there's going to be a lot of fat coming out of here. And I'm going to bake it on its stomach. So maybe I do a little bit of the back too. There we go. We'll put this to roast as well next to it. And I was going to bake some carrots with this, but I think it's going to be too greasy, so I'm going to do the carrots separately. Now, we always suggest we put some other stuff in there, like some apple for taste. Let's see. Can I put that in there? Yep. And then also some orange. Remember, it's going to be an orange chicken. It came with orange sauce. I'm by myself again. Oh. Okay, here we go. Stuff that in there. And through the neck. I bet people are still sleeping, right? Okay, so I'm going to harvest the duck fat definitely from this, because there's going to be a lot. Alright, let's put this in the oven. It's going to be warm because of that. I'm not going to put butter on this, that would be silly. If anybody wants to suggest that, it will baste itself. It's a little too fast. So you cook the what is this called again? I forgot already. Oh man. Getting tired. The cranberries. The cranberries. You know when it's done when they all popped. So I still have some whole. So I'm gonna cook it a little more, a little slow. I think I'm gonna put some orange juice in that. Make it up as I go. I'm gonna have to clean up here because of the duck. Don't want any nasty here. Alright, let's put some orange juice. Do I have a juicer? A manual juicer? I don't, so I'm just gonna manually juice it. Make sure there's no seeds. Alright, that's actually better. Already. Alright, for the duck, I'm gonna time the duck for an hour, question mark. And then we're gonna turn up the heat and then start browning the skin, right? I'm hoping. Okay, so for the next hour, I still got stuff to do, don't worry. The next thing I need to do is peel some stuff. Peel potatoes. Wash some dishes. I think this is still good. Don't need to wash it, just wipe it off. This was the bread. Set that aside. I can put away the bacon grease now. Okay. What do I want to bake next? So right now I have the two shelves pretty full, but I can put in small pans in here. So the first thing I want to make is for myself. And I'm gonna be using this antique dish the first time. Hopefully it will survive. I'm gonna butter it. Okay. And I'm actually gonna pre-cook my parsnips from last year. And I'm gonna roast this in a dish. That's for me, mostly. This guy is exactly a year old from the freezer. They say you should probably use up all the frozen vegetables within 6 months. Up to a year, I guess. It's okay. For cooked food, you should only freeze them up to 6 months. But for raw food like this, you can get away with a year. So let's pre-cook this. Or more like steam it. And then I'm gonna put it into the baking dish, if it's gonna fit, and bake it in the oven to make it really sweet. Okay. As I said, I'm going to be peeling vegetables now. Let's see, I can put this away, I think, for now. Let's see if I need it. Just trying to make space. Sage and rosemary can go away. I'll put a little salt in this. It helps if I turn on the heat. And there we go. Let's get to peeling. I could have done that ahead of time, but I haven't. Just checking on my bread dough for rolls. I'm going to make enough potatoes for leftovers, and with everything else, obviously, I'm making more than we're going to eat today. Love leftovers. So there will be mashed potatoes for all this that I'm peeling, but I'm going to also make some other side dishes. So far, we have two side dishes going, which is parsnips and the stuffing. Then we're going to have mashed potatoes. And I think I'm going to make, well, the cranberry sauce is a side dish in a way. I'm going to make 3 more side dishes. I know, right? Thanksgiving is, to me, about all the side dishes. Oh, and there will be rolls too. Oh yeah. To make a big spread around your main event. Main event being, in this case, the duck. And obviously, I'm not going to be here until the very end of the cooking process, but I will show you everything I do. And when everything is done and ready to be served, I'll show you how that looks like. And there will be another video of that, probably a short. Okay, so the potatoes are done. And then I'm gonna peel some carrots as well, but let's just deal with my potatoes first. Again, not enough space for all this. I still need scissors. Nope. Is this boiling? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. To put my potatoes. I think I need a bigger pot for the potatoes. I'm gonna use this guy. Okay, so the cranberries, I'm gonna call that done. Pretty much everything got cooked in here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the dish. Set it aside to cool. Okay, this is ready almost. So I'm not gonna cook the mashed potatoes yet because I want them to be fresh. So I'm gonna cook them when I get to about a half an hour to serving them. I'm just gonna put it here, cover it. And it doesn't bother anybody. Okay. My parsnips is pre-cooked. I'm gonna drain it. That's good. Let's see. What else we need to do? I want to need this big knife again. Okay. orange sauce. I'm going to put this in the fridge until the duck is ready to be served. Let's see. The pins are falling off. So for the parsnips, I'm going to put a little pepper on it. It's already salted. And I did butter this dish earlier. And I'm going to put butter on the top, of course. It's already good with the salt and pepper. All right. Look at this puppy. It's ready to go into the oven, and I'm going to be able to put it on the side of the other trays. Fit next to the duck. And I can fit something next to the stuffing as well. Okay. And that will be my carrots. Carrots will be next. Let's peel that. We'll sit here for now. This. And again, the goal is to have some leftovers, right? Wondering who's on. Hello, everybody. Say hi. Let's see, we are an hour and a half in. Am I going to be able to finish everything in 2 hours? No, but at least everything will be going and sort of staged to be ready. My dessert's not going to be ready, probably. We'll see. Of course, the dog's going to have to cook some more. Okay, so we gonna wash these and chunk them up. So I'm gonna put them into fairly big chunks. Making it easy on me. So the carrot's gonna be made into glazed carrots. So the first step is to steam it a little bit. I'm gonna reuse this pot that I used for the parsnips. Again, just steaming it with half a cup of water. Start boiling, cover it up. The other thing I'm going to make, just because it's Thanksgiving, so we need to be special. One of my homegrown butternut squash is going to be roasted. And I will be peeling these. You want to peel it deep enough so this white part also comes off. You're gonna have to check on the stuffing because it's been cooking for over half an hour. And according to my notes, well, I don't have the timing on that, so I'm just gonna have to take a look and see how you like it. The consistency. I want it to brown on the top. Just let me peel these first. This is the hardest to peel. Oh, the peels don't fit. nice size on its own. Alright, the peeling is done. Jeez, that was fun. I have to take the seeds out. I might save these seeds because I don't remember if I saved them yet, and this was a pretty nice one. So, put that in the bowl. The stringy stuff needs to come out. That's done. It's going into the compost pile. And with the seeds, I'll deal with those later. We got better things to do. Alright, so let's chunk these up. And I'm not going to pre-cook these. Let's see. I'm going to use this clay dish to actually roast my butternut squash. I did soak the top already. I think it's going to fit into the oven. I'm going to put butter on this anyway, so this will allow it to steam and roast at the same time. And toward the end, I'll take off the top so it can nicely brown. I'm going to keep this really simple. Butter, salt, and pepper. That's it. Ooh, the sun is out. How nice. Finally. Big chunks. Okay, salt. Pepper. I need to grind some more pepper. Oh, for Christmas, somebody can give me an electric pepper grinder. Because I use a lot. But I like it freshly grounded. Okay, so a tablespoon of butter on the top of this. And hopefully this will fit into the oven. Oh man. So let's look at the stuffing. I think the stuffing is done actually. No, I'm gonna do a little more. I think 10 minutes more, but I'm gonna move the parsnips down. Let's see, is it gonna fit? Hmm. Does it fit this way? Oh yeah. Turn the dock, and then this will fit. Okay, are you in? Ooh, that looks really good. I think the duck has a lot more time to go. Ow! Alright. So once the stuffing comes out, I would say another 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to be ready with a couple of other side dishes, right? The roasted carrots will be ready. And then there's another dish that I was planning to make. Let's see. Which is going to be green beans. Okay. I have to look up the recipe for that because I don't have the green beans casserole. Oh, I know. I actually have three more sides to make. I'm also gonna make Brussels sprouts. I know, right? Keep sneaking it in. Good thing I have the my notes. Okay, that's why you make notes ahead. So let's do the green beans first. So this is green beans that I grew this year. This is from August, this is from September. I'm gonna cook all this up. Okay. Let's wash some dishes first. That's the fun part, right? Not. Oh, one of the things I was going to include in one of the dishes is the last rutabaga. Should I bother? If you've never had rutabaga, it tastes like, when it's cooked, it tastes like beets. Sort of. Most likely it's sweet and earthy. I'm going to throw this in with the parsnips. You don't have this, it's too light. Okay, how do I get to it? That's like a burned. Put it in this corner. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up green beans casserole. I know you just probably make a white sauce. I think it needs probably onions and garlic, right? The only thing I'm not going to do is put that stupid fried onion on the top. Instead of that, I'm doing the bacon on the top. So you're supposed to use condensed cream of mushrooms, so I'm not using that. I'm going to just make a white sauce, which is easy. That's it. Okay, and then how long do you cook it? About 25 minutes, okay? It's too simple. So let's make the white sauce first. For now, as far as brushing goes. So we're making white sauce, okay. How is my carrots? Oh, okay, let's pull that over. And time for white sauce. I can hear the duck releasing the grease. Oh my, that's a lot of grease. I'm gonna have to start scooping it out. Wow. I'm gonna have like a pint of grease. Where was I? I wanna drain my carrots. And do the white sauce. So more butter. How many sticks did we use up so far? I think 3. Actually, what I'm thinking, because this will be used for the green beans, which are going to have bacon on the top, I'm going to use bacon grease. Remember we had bacon grease put away this morning, earlier? So let's do a big tablespoon of bacon grease, a tablespoon of flour. Remember how to make the white sauce, right? I use it all the time. You do not need cream of mushroom soup. This one enough, maybe 2. So I'm going to have a lot of green beans. Maybe 2. And when you do your roux, make sure that you have equal amounts of grease, whatever that might be. Could be oil, butter, and flour. It needs to be like flowy. And we're going to use our milk that left over from the baking, right? And you don't have to use canned milk. I'm just using that because I don't keep regular milk at home. So we're gonna cook this roux for 12 minutes. And I'm just looking at my stuffing. I'm trying to think where I'm gonna even put it. I think it's gonna go here. Let's move this away. Just let's clean this up a little. If you don't pay attention, you will burn it. Which I did. It's okay, we'll start over. Pay attention. Alright, let me take out the stuffing. Ooh, that looks really good. Nice and toasty. So stuffing could be cold from the serving it actually, so I'm not worried about that. Timing wise. Alright, let me wash this pot again. Keep your eye on your roux. You don't want to burn it. Let's try this again. Nice and clean. Here's my grease. It's still here. Good. Try this up. Start again. A tablespoon of grease. I think I'm going to use this chicken broth also to make my white sauce. Okay, I'm going to stay here now and cook. Am I going to burn it again? No. Let me do that. Because it doesn't seem to be enough grease. There we go. So as I said, a couple of minutes, but we keep stirring it, right? You're getting a little tired, are you? I hope you got something to drink and you're enjoying the process. And it will be on replay, so if you miss some parts, don't worry. Alright, I think this is ready to be diluted. As I showed you before, you just do it in stages, right? some in there, make sure it's smooth before you can put some more in there, and then it's gonna thicken up real fast. And this is why I'm gonna need some chicken broth too, because I don't want to make it too thick. It's kind of yucky. At this point, you can use a whisk, which gets faster rid of the lumps. I'll put this on my carrots so they don't cool off too much. There we go. This is done. A bit of chicken broth. So yeah, it's pretty smooth, but I think there might be some lumps in it, so you just keep stirring until the lumps come out, or if you're not that patient, you can get a strainer and strain it before you put it on your green beans. As it cooks further within the casserole, it's going to thicken more, so think about that. I don't want like a block of glop to come out from the casserole. So let's cook this a little bit, and in here, let's see. I think I'm going to drain off some of the fat, or don't worry about it yet, because it's not going to overflow. I think I'm going to leave it. It's starting to brown. The legs are, at least. Maybe I need to turn it around the other way at one point. Again, don't forget about your white sauce. Keep stirring as it cooks. I might strain this a little bit later, but so as far as the green bean casserole goes, I also am going to put garlic in there, I think. As the flavoring, so let's put a couple of cloves into the sauce itself. You can cook together. And then black pepper, of course. And salt. Now we sort of have like a cream of something soup, right? Chicken. We can call it cream of chicken because it had chicken broth, right? Alright, give this 2 minutes or so. So this is my carrots. Now that we had the stuffing come out, I can put the carrots in. And just in a small dish. I can leave my cream of chicken here. I think I'm going to put all this in here. Yeah, that will be good. Need a drink. So for the carrots, I'm pretty much done. So black pepper, honey, it's gonna be glazed carrots. Brown sugar. I'm gonna turn that off because I will burn it again. Brown sugar, probably a couple of tablespoons for this amount. It's not much. I don't want to make it too like sweet, overly sweet, just to get a glaze. I think that's all I'm going to need brown sugar for today, at least. You want to close this real well because brown sugar will clump on you if you don't put it airtight. It's going to dry out and it's going to be hard like rock. Okay. Salty enough. Oh, butter. Forgot the important pieces. Butter. I'll go with a tablespoon of butter to make it into this nice sauce, brown sugary honey sauce, into the oven. Ooh. I think I'm gonna take some of the fat to grease up the duck. I want to do that with a wet spoon. Be like you. Okay. Just gonna start scooping it out. Alright. Set that aside. Okay. Let's do the green beans. Again, using the same pot. You're gonna steam the green beans. Because remember, they're frozen, they're raw. It's gonna be a lot of green beans. I'm gonna put salt in this. A cup of water. Start steaming. Let's butter this dish. On the sides too. Less likely to burn. And speaking of butter, I'm gonna take my cream cheese and butter out of the fridge that I'm gonna use for the filling for the pumpkin roll. Because it needs to get soft, but not rotten. So it's gonna sit out here for a half an hour or so. And I'm ready to make the frosting. So it needs a block of cream cheese. And how much butter? Again, I keep forgetting. Pumpkin roll. 6 tablespoons of butter. This is roughly that. So let's put this in a bowl. Tablespoons of butter and a block of cream cheese. Might as well open this. Let's see. Teaspoons later for this. And might as well put the sugar in there. My cranberry sauce is cool enough for me to put it in the fridge. Hopefully I won't forget it to serve later. Okay. That. And while this is cooking, there's one more side dish I need to make. I want to make. Grease. And I'm just looking if it's gonna fit, which doesn't look like. I'm gonna have to wait until one of the others come out, because this will take up resting space. Yeah, for the green beans. We'll just chill for now. For my frosting, I'm also gonna need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Might as well put that in here. And that way I can start cleaning up. And it's going to need 1 cup of powdered sugar. We'll just measure it with this quarter cup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I put salt? No, I don't put salt in here. Okay, now I can put away my sugars. So we're into 2 hours and 20 minutes. Who's the brave one staying with us? I can't blame you. You got stuff to do. Will be on replay, no worries. Clean, clean, clean. Good. So we use those. Okay. I think I may have made too much garlic. Oh. Let's see how we can use that up. Roasted green beans. Taco. I have enough sauce for all the green beans. Okay, so it's been an hour since the duck's been cooking, so let's take a look. Is it done? If it's done, where am I going to put it? Here. This thing. We're getting there. We are getting there. So let's look at the duck. Oh man. So I'm going to take it out and I think I'm going to flip it over to brown the breast. I need 2 hands for this. Actually, it's not that heavy, but yeah. Ooh. Can you guys see that? Yeah. It's getting there. Let's take off some more of the grease before I flip it over. Oh, jeez. Alright. Let's do it this way. And grease off. Alright, let's flip this over. 2 hands. Okay, ducky. Yeah, you need to definitely be cooked on this side. The orange came out. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to cook this guy on this side. I don't know, half an hour? 20 minutes? It definitely will be cooked. I just want to make sure it's also nice and brown. Open this. I'm going to turn it this way, actually, to rotate. And we're going to take a look at how the this guy going. I think it's going good. More time. I'm gonna mix up the carrots a little bit. I can use this stuffing spoon because I want to keep coating carrots with that buttery sweetness. So we'll keep checking on that. Let's see. What are we going to do with the parsnips, if anything? Nothing, just keep cooking it so it's nice and brown on the top. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, so for the duck, I'm going to say 20 more minutes. And now, let's attend to the green beans. Just want to cook it halfway. More. Let's see. Well, I guess I can start working on the last side dish, which is going to be Brussels sprouts. I need a dish. And the other thing I need to work on is going to be the rolls. Brussels sprouts. What am I going to put it in? Let's see. I need something flat, I think. I'm going to put it in this. So that's going to be out of the freezer. Just going to sit. I hope it will. So because it came in these steaming bags, I'm going to just go and steam them. For 5 minutes, let's be 4. And in the meantime, I'm going to make the glaze, which is going to be, let's see. Oh, this is where the garlic is going to come in. Right. So I'm going to use my hot gem pepper jam, and garlic, and butter again, right? So let's open that. I think I'm going to melt the butter for this one. We're going to make, so this is going to be a hot and spicy Brussels sprout dish. Can't wait. Who's hungry? I am. How much butter do I have? So let's see. This amount, 3 tablespoons. Alright, butter everywhere. Almost done. I'll be right back. Okay. Still needs more time. That's one bag. Let's melt the butter. So I get to the next step. Put it down. Doesn't see through. Okay. Okay, the butter is melted. And cook this other bag for 4 minutes. I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of my hot pepper jam. Slurpy. Just mix this all up and add a little salt and black pepper. And this is going to be tossed with the Brussels sprout and baked in the oven. Can't wait. More salt. Some garlic, oh my gosh. Oh, if you like garlic, this is a dish for you. A little bit. So mixing. Ooh, sorry. Okay. I think the green beans are done. It better be. Yeah. So now I'm gonna start cooking the potatoes, right? We're so close. So close to the end. I will be working on the rolls momentarily as well. They have to go into the oven when the duck comes out. Man, that's gonna be good. Ooh. I'm just gonna toss this so every Brussels sprout will have a nice coating of garlic, hot pepper, butter, salt, and pepper. Black pepper. So this is not ready to be cooked yet, so put it aside a little bit. Oh, this flour sounds good. And let's do the green beans, because that can go in the oven now. Let's drain this well. Okay, so, oh, I meant to put a chopped onion into my Brussels sprouts as well, as I want to use it up. It's totally optional, but just cook that all up together. Okay, so this is done. Nicely drained. Ooh, how are they gonna fit into this dish? I have some carrots here. Okay, sauce. I think I'm gonna strain the sauce because I'm not sure if it didn't clump. Where's my strainer? Gotta wash my strainer. Oops. Jumped in here. I'm just gonna strain it through here. Maybe strain it a little too fine, but that's okay. At least we know it's not gonna have any clumps. It's just extra work, right? It's better be good. Potatoes are cooking. Last drops of that. So the sauce doesn't really cover the whole thing, so I'm gonna get some, so I don't care. some cream on this. Okay, that's perfect. And as a final touch, we will put Parmesan cheese on it. And yeah, there will be bacon too. All kind of stuff going on here. Just use this. Here is the green bean casserole my way. A little hot. This will fit in. The duck is almost finished. So I need to make the rolls because that has to rise one more time before the duck comes out, or before I can put it in the oven, really. So let's do another clean up. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Let's take a look at the duck. Although there's 2 minutes left, I'm gonna time my potatoes instead. So we can check on it. I don't want to overcook it into a mush. Oh boy. Let's see. I don't want to overcook the duck, but again, I want it to look good too. I would say another 2 minutes. Okay. Let's work on the rolls. My windows are all steamed up. Going out, so where are we with time? We never made it for 2 hours. We're almost 3 hours into this. Oh, I'm feeling it. Alright. I'm gonna just start shaping the rolls into this dish that has parchment in it. This is the same recipe I used for the hot dog buns and the hamburger buns, except I'm gonna put these like close to each other so they will be high, and then we just rip them apart. So this one is gonna make at least 12, I would say. It depends what size they're gonna end up, so I need some flour. can use oil to make your hand non-stick. I'm going to use flour today. I'm getting really tired. I don't know about anybody else watching. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of cooking for one person, right? That's why we don't do this every day. Okay. Just gonna make some balls out of this. And we're gonna let that rise again for another, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe? We'll see. It's gonna have to wait anyway for some space in the oven. I'm trying to make them all the same size, but it's not gonna happen, right? Unless you weigh it or something else, it's hard. I don't make this every day. Is it even gonna make a dozen? I'll try to make a dozen, so I need to make them a little smaller. This part is fun. Ooh, I'm hungry. I have a lot of food. I'm going to make the buns. It should be about 15 minutes to bake, so that's not bad. It's going to make about 369. Make a dozen maybe. Maybe just 11. This will be a big one. There we go. So here are the bones. And I'm gonna make this rise for another 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. One day. I'm gonna keep on running the flour, right? Put that away. And just do some dishes. Okay, we got 8 seconds. Good timing, huh? Alright, so we're gonna drain the potatoes if it's ready. Excuse me. Yes, it's ready. Yes, this is gonna fit. Yeah, sure did. And while that's hot, I'm gonna rise that. I'm just gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna do it. Go to. Let's see. This dish. Okay. Let's get the duck out, shall we? I need another tea towel. Please. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Let's get the duck out. I think it's good how this done. I don't know. Let's see. And I'm gonna take out the parsnips down here. I'm gonna mix up the carrots a little bit. So the syrup is getting thicker now, the sugar and the butter and the honey. So this will be coating it a little bit more. Put that back. And let's check on the butternut squash. Now while I'm doing that, I can actually put the Brussels sprouts in, because that has to cook for a while. Make sure I mix it up nicely before putting it into the oven. Oh, it smells so good. So let me take out that butternut squash. That's been cooking for a while, hasn't it? Oh yeah. Whew. It's gonna crack. It's so hot. So now I'm gonna take up the top. Let's stir this up too, because there's some liquid on the bottom. So now I'm gonna cook this open so it can caramelize a little bit. But I'm gonna move this to the bottom, I think. Bottom portion. And perfect. Let's put a timer on. Check back in 20 minutes. Although the green beans probably gonna be ready in 15, so let's do 15. Okay, so here's the duck. This will take a temperature and see how we are. Maybe I need to cook this more. I mean, it's been cooking for what, hour and a half? Hot, hot, hot. It has poultry on it, but it doesn't have duck. I think duck doesn't have to be that cooked. Maybe? So it's only 170 degrees. I think I'm gonna cook it more because it still needs to run anyway. So it's not gonna be overcooked, I think. But tell me if I'm wrong. I just don't want it to be greasy and not crispy, right? So let's put this back. We don't have space anyway. Yeah. Okay, good. And then we can add our mashed potatoes now. Okay. So I'm gonna rice cooked potatoes in here. Because that makes the best potato. Mashed potato, that is. So this is so full, I'm gonna have to use the plastic stir. Because I need to put butter in this in the cream, right? To make it into mashed potato. So let's turn that in. Oh, messy, messy, messy. Yep. How much butter do I need? A half a stick? Sounds like a lot of butter, but it's a lot of potatoes. There we as well. That's salt. Let's not forget, even though I might salt the water. I don't remember doing it. So a couple of pinches of salt. I'm gonna put some ground white pepper. That hurts. You can put garlic in it if you want, but I think I used so much garlic already. Sour cream. That's right. Sour cream. There's not much left anyway, so I'm going to put in a big tablespoon of sour cream. And I think I'm going to melt the butter first. The hot potato. Before I put in the cream. Because the cream's going to pull it off. I'm going to mix this until the butter is melted into it. Let that happen. Good stuff. Okay. How is my roll doing? It has risen a little, but I think I need to let it rise a little more. Another 10 minutes. Maybe I'll put here to the warmth. It's nice and warm here. Is that drying out? I ran out of my usual yeast, so I used this pizza crust yeast. I don't know how much I'll do, but still should rise. Still see some butter comes in here. That's good. Some cream. Let's taste it. Salt enough. Good. Before I mix it more, I wanted to make sure I don't need to add more salt. So I want to mix it again. So this is perfect to me. I'll put it back in the dish, serving dish. Man, that's a lot of mashed potatoes. Enough for 10 people. Easily. With all the other stuff. I'm so hungry. That's good. So, Jesus, things are falling. starting to get tired. Okay, let's see if I have a lid to keep that warm a little and dry out. Okay, so 4 more minutes before I can hopefully take out the duck. Ooh, that looks good. Now, as far as the green beans, that's another issue. I don't want to have it crusty on top of the green beans. But I also want it to not be liquidy. And it's gonna, as it cools, it's gonna get thicker. Keep that in mind. This needs a little more. We can use that extra 2 minutes. Is this soft enough for me to start mixing it? I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my frosting for the pumpkin roll. And what I'm gonna do is start putting the dishes also onto the dining room table as things are coming out. So we got the stuffing that already is cool. This guy is a little hot, so I need, let's see, is it that hot? I'll just move it over here for now. And we'll need to chop up the bacon for green beans. I said I'm going to use 6. I think I'm just going to use 4 and then put this away for a breakfast one day. Tomorrow. Too much. All good stuff. Here. So I did say that I'm gonna do like 2 mains, which one is duck. The other one was gonna be spiral sliced glazed ham. But at this point, I have so much food. I think we need to get through the duck first, and then I'll make the ham maybe this weekend. It's already cooked. It just needs to be glazed and put it in the oven and for half an hour just to glaze over, and that would be good with the leftover mashed potatoes and things. So I'm gonna leave that for now, just to show you what it is. It's not big. Let's see, what's the weight on this? This is not even 4 pounds. And it came with the glaze, so all I have to do is, as I said, just put it in the oven, put the glaze on it, and keep basting it with the glaze. But that will be once the duck is gone. Alright, let's see what we can get out. I'll just wipe this off a little bit. Pick. Ooh, that burned something. Okay, a little bit. Constant move. I think I'm going to be able to take the duck out. Let's see. Ooh, that actually did get more colored. Let's take its temperature. Last time it was 170, right? That was 15 minutes ago. That's another thing I would love for Christmas, something a better thermometer. The one that you can put in the oven and outside you can read it. Oh, it's almost 180. Let's see. 180. Yeah, 180, which is the same as lamb, so I think we're good. Good with the temperature. And I'm gonna take the duck and put it on a platter. So it can kind of settle down. Okay, hold down. Is there any juice in there that needs to come out? Probably not. And I'm not going to serve the neck. That was just there to render some fat. So do I want to take anything out of the cavity or just leave it? Oh, it's sliding all over the place. Too funny. So we'll dress this up. But here's the duck. Can you guys see this? Yeah, here's the duck made. And I will show you a final picture when everything is nicely presented. For now, it's just going to sit there. And then we'll drain the fat. This is trash. I don't know if I'm going to eat that. Probably not. This is trash. And then save the grease. Start soaking this guy. Alright. Next, I think I'm going to get the green beans out. Again, I don't want the green beans to be crusty. Although, carrots. Carrots are done, in my opinion. Looks good. I'm gonna just put it out into the serving dish that I have in the dining room. Oh my, smells so good. Just start like soaking these dishes. Let's see. I'm gonna remove the Brussels sprouts to bottom. Let's see. I think this is done. Let's double check. just gonna keep it in this to serve. Nothing else needed for this guy. And then got the carrots. I think I'm gonna take out the green beans. I should have put that on a pan or something, but it wouldn't have fit if I did that. So it's gonna be fun to take out. It doesn't have a handle. Ooh, that looks good. Can you guys see it? It looks so good. So I will do Brussels sprouts at the bottom. And where are my rolls? They're ready to go. Look at how nicely they puffed up. It's air pockets in here. And this will be cooked for 15 minutes. On the top, in the middle. We're almost at the end. We're almost at the end. So I'm gonna chop up the bacon. Oh yeah. Let's see. Decoration for the dog. Just oops. This guy needs to chop it up. I'm gonna use oregano to just decorate around it and some parsley. Where's my spoon? Here it is. I'm gonna cut up some chives. Again, just for decoration. No worries, I'll show you the final outcome. go. And borrow some of this for decoration. Because you gotta have decoration. And what do you need for your decoration? Something colorful that you're also gonna eat. I like it. Oh, everything is so good. Anyway. Okay, bring the cranberry sauce out. Put this in a serving dish as well. Not the whole thing, so I'm the only one who's going to eat this probably. All good. Potatoes, onion. This is cold enough now, I can put it on the table. Where's the rolls? Oh yeah. Let's see. What else am I missing? So, we are at 3.5 hours, but we got 6 minutes left for the whole entire thing, except I still have to do the frosting for dessert. Which I can probably do in 6 minutes. Let's do that. and salad because I left it at room temperature for a while, right? Remember that? Oh, what's the difference? Okay. Here's the pumpkin roll. Now, let's spread this on. Move this over and start spreading it toward the edges. The main thing is to try to make it even. It doesn't have to be pretty, just even. Or rolls, because I don't want them to be overdone. And again, I don't want to have them underdone. I don't even know what time is it. Is it 4 o'clock? Okay, let's roll them. Missing a little piece at the edge, but that's okay. It's gonna be inside. No one will ever know. Okay. I'm gonna cut the edges off so it presents better, but obviously I don't paint those. I'll put it in a serving dish and I'm gonna dust it with powdered sugar. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Powdered sugar. I got 30 seconds. Let's do it this way. All right. I'm actually turning off the oven. So officially we're done. more for the buns. Probably should have brushed it with a little cream on the top so it would have browned more. At any rate, need some serving spoons. Ooh, this needs to be mixed up a little. Just go with that. I'm gonna need something to put hot stuff on. Alright, it's officially done now. I'm gonna take this with me. It's not that hot, but it is hot. You know what? I don't think this cooked. Yeah. I'm gonna cook them a little more. Why is this not cooked? But anyway, you don't have to wait for the rolls to cook for you. We'll do another 5 minutes, but let's go check out the table because this live stream is getting long. And we're hungry. So, I don't know how I'm going to show you this, but let's see. Is this cord long enough? I have to bring you over to the dining room. So let's start here. First dish that you see here toward me is the, it's better. Okay, let's see. Bring you up more. And done. Okay, so we got the green bean casserole. It's from homegrown beans and the white sauce I made with garlic and parmesan and bacon. This is the Brussels sprouts with the hot pepper jam, garlic and onion. And then we have homegrown butternut squash that was roasted very plainly with some butter, salt, and pepper. Here's the duck. Not the prettiest duck you ever seen, but I'm sure it's gonna be tasty. It's all decorated up. We have the mashed potatoes. We got I forget what this is called again. Parsnips. Sorry, that's plain with butter, salt, and pepper. Then we got the glazed carrots. Then we have cranberry sauce or jam. We got the stuffing or dressing, and can you see the pumpkin rolls that I need to refrigerate and then cut. I just wanted to show you that. And the rolls are still in the oven because it's taking longer than usual, but that's okay. I just want to make sure it's all done and it's gonna be good. So here's where we're gonna end our live stream today. I do appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you on my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.